Hi, my name's Erica.
And I'm Kevin.
Welcome to Accio Wip.
It's going to be a long one, so.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess first we'll talk about where we were last week. We were at the Black Needle Society cross-stitch retreat outside of Kansas City, Missouri. Stop looking at me.
Listening.
And we went to where did we go first?
Flew into St. Louis first.
Yes. And we got to go in the arch. We've never done that before. That was kind of cool. You go in this little egg thing, and you go up, and you go... It was a little disconcerting, but, it was fine. But I got to fly. I still have a lung, so we're all good.
Yep. Made it there with 2 lungs, came back with 2 lungs, so...
Yep. So
super exciting. Yeah, I was a little nervous on the way there. Not too much on the way back since we already did one trip. So, but yeah, flew into St. Louis, got our rental car, went straight to the Arch, and did that kind of thing. Hung around the museum there, which was interesting. And then we spent the night in St. Louis.
Yes.
We woke up bright and early because I kind of had to. The parking there was atrocious.
We were in St. Louis, so in the city, and so there wasn't really parking, and the valet was
$45 for the night to park your car, and I'm like,
no.
So we had to do meter parking till 7 o'clock, and then after that, of course, it's free. So we parked on the street, and I'm like, it's a rental car, so
we made sure all our stuff was
everything was out. If it gets broken into, okay. But we had to move by 8 o'clock when the meter started back up again. So we were up bright and early.
So we could have breakfast before we left.
Yep. And we headed off to Color and Cotton.
Yes.
And at Color and Cotton, we met up with Connie, part of Counts Twice Stitch Once, and Lynn from Lynn X Stitches Creates, and a slew of other people that were going to the retreat. I can't remember everybody was there, but there was probably 12, 14 of us inside the store.
Yeah, there was quite a few of us that were going to the retreat. We were like, hey, you're going to the retreat. Hey, you're going.
So that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And, then we all kind of caravanned, not knowingly, to Kansas City. Mm-hmm. Saw some people at gas stations, saw some people at rest stops. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Let's get into a little bit of stitching, and then we can kind of go through more of the retreat and how the retreat went a little bit later.
Okay.
Maybe sprinkle some in as we hit some of the pieces that we worked on at the retreat.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We have no plans.
We never have plans.
But why don't you kick it off with some of your whips?
I will start. This one you guys don't get to see very often because it usually sits in my car. It is Buttons and Beads. This is Wandas Wands. And here's where it was before.
Do we have a picture of where it was before?
Yes, it was on the Whip Parade.
Oh.
And here it is now. Oops, that didn't show very well. Here it is now. This cover thing I got asked about at the retreat a lot. It is by
Something Wonders.
Wonderstitch AU. Wonderstitch. We'll put it down below.
There'll be a link in the description box.
Yeah. And they have different colors and stuff. Kevin, I don't know if he brought his out, but his, you'll see a different cover. So anyway, this one I did at the retreat on the last day because we had put everything away, and so I don't need a light or anything for this or a magnifier, so I'm able to do it.
Yep.
Because we packed everything.
We did.
And then we worked on it a little bit on the plane ride on the way out. Or I worked on it, not we.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering if I should start off with that one, but I don't know where it's at in my stack.
No, because that's almost at the end. I'm going in whatever order I put my stuff on.
Okay. Let's see. Before the retreat, was working on Boo Bus by Stony Creek. And here's where it was before. And I'm doing this on 28 count Evenweave. There's no name, but it's by Dying for Sass. And here's where I'm at. And I pretty much extended this back part of the bus. Got about 500 stitches in of a lot of white and off-white and a little bit of pale yellow. So that's that one. And yeah, lots of fun. Go ahead on your next one.
Okay, my next one is in a plastic bag, but actually that worked out good. It is All Hallows Eve by Erica Michaels. I didn't really work on this that much. I was doing Stitch the Summer Olympics, and some things I got very little progress on. This one I got a little bit. It is, here's where it was before. It is, here it is now. So, as you can tell, this is where I've been working. I pretty much just did the skull and his hand. So, everything else was already there.
And you're working on a hoop?
And I am working on a hoop. It is linen, and it's very, every time I pull apparently hard, and every time I pull it wants to scrunch up, so I have to use a hoop on a few things. And this is Seraphim by Seraphim. It is Timberwolf fabric.
Awesome possums.
There you go.
Okay. Next up. Trying to see if this was before or during or a combination. Looks like it was before we went to the retreat. I worked on Defender of the Seas. And I did bring this with me. I think I stitched on a little bit while we were there, but I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
I know Lynn wanted me to bring it so she can see it in person. But here's where it was before. And I worked on this quite a bit. Actually, not really. 500 stitches. And here it is now. And this is on 32 count linen. Smack the Jellyfish by Live and Die LA. And I pretty much got this side of the ship in with that weave type of look. That's kind of a pain in the rear end to stitch. So there's like 3 different browns, some black. Yeah. A lot of 3Z, 4Z, 5Zs. Maximum 10 stitches of one color in a little section. So.
And he doesn't carry his thread.
And I don't really
ever.
carry my thread too much. Well, I did here. But
oh my gosh.
I know.
Like 2 stitches? What? You carried your thread?
Well, I must have felt lazy.
I carried my thread all over the place.
It was getting tedious. So I'm like, yep, we're moving. All right.
This one is Mermaid by Mirabilia. This one is a free one you can download off, I think, Fox and Rabbit. But if you just look up Mermaid, MIA, Mermaid, you can find it. This one is, here's where it was before. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know either.
And here's where it is now. I fully finished all the stitching.
Yay!
Except the back stitching. But, and so now I have to do the back stitching and the
beads.
Beads, yes. I was debating on doing Mirabilia across the top. All I could think of was Mia. I was debating on doing the Mirabilia across the top like the pattern says. But I was not going to do the Australia down below because I was not at that retreat. But I decided against it.
I vetoed it all myself. I thought it would look kind of weird.
And it's a lot.
That was my 2 cents.
And it's a lot of counting because there's, I don't know, like 12 stitches in between, which, and I mean, I guess, or 12.
It's not a lot of counting.
And then there's a bead, and then there's 12 more stitches, and then, so then it's, anyway, doesn't matter. I'm not going to do it. There you go.
There you go.
Doesn't matter what you think.
Nope. Am I good?
Yes, you're good.
All right, I'm going to go again.
Your turn.
My turn. Next up, I told you, we worked on a lot. It's been a busy 2 weeks. Monster House, which is the Satsuma Street Sal that's going on right now. This is parts 1 and 2. Part 3 came out, I believe, a couple days ago. I just haven't downloaded it or printed it yet. It doesn't matter. Or started it. I think I showed this before, so if I did, here it was before. And here it is now. I got part 1 completely done with the back stitching. Thank you very much. And this is on 32 count linen, vintage country Mocha.
Yes.
By Zweigart. So I will be starting part 2 pretty soon. It's super fun stitch.
Yeah, I was just going to say you really enjoy that one.
Yeah, I do. I picked this one up. I don't want to put it back down. All right, all you.
My next one is Hands-On Design, the 25th. Block party. Here's where it was before. Wow, I'm just words are difficult today. And here I am now. I finished off Prancer. Actually, I think her hooves. I don't. Their hooves. And then I started on the next one. I think Prancer's a girl.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't remember. I don't remember in the movie.
I don't know. Never really thought about it, tell you the truth.
Well, I know that there's, yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. It's all good.
Okay.
Talking about color and cotton.
Talking about color and cotton and our trip to color and cotton. You can't go to the store without picking up something, which I bought some fabric. I didn't bring it all down. But I picked up Patriotic Quaker. and it has, the threads are called for, color and cotton threads. So I figured, hey, I want to do something from color and cotton, and I have a new start. And this is on 40 count, Everything Else by Mystic, which we'll get into. Or not Mystic. Misty's.
Mystic.
Yeah, Mystic. Yeah, I was right. Mystic Fabric. So Misty from Mystic Fabrics. There we go. Was at the retreat and had all her fabrics out, or a lot of her fabrics out. And I actually won a little grab bag, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, there we go. I'm doing that 1/2 on 40. So there's one of my new starts. I got another one coming.
My next one is Winter White Santa by Mirabilia. This one I want to try. I don't know if I'm going to actually accomplish it, but I want to try to get all the crosses in this year, because next year it is my next one to finish. It is my oldest whip right now. Anyway, here's where it was before.
Okay.
And
You're getting
here's
so far along in that.
yeah, I'm not even halfway, but I'm feeling semi okay, semi good with it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited.
It looks really good. That red really pops on that fabric.
Mhm. Yeah, everything is called for. I think I bought it from 123, and I just say add add everything.
Add everything. That's a good feature on that website.
Yeah, that's a good selling feature. If you guys have a website and can do that, do that.
Yep. Give me everything, please. All right, next up, and unfortunately I don't have a cover photo, but I grabbed a Mill Hill.
We might be able to find it on.
Yeah, if I find a picture, I'll put it up here. Last day of the retreat. This goes along with Erica's Mill Hill. I'm like, hey, I need to have something to stitch on without a magnifying glass, and something to stitch on at the airport. And if there's elbow room on the plane, I want to stitch on it. But it is Ghost Town by Mill Hill, and I got a fairly decent start on it. So,
Did you get that when you were there, or did you have that before?
I have no idea when I got this, where I got this, but it was all sorted, ready to go. So it got thrown in with something to do. And this is another one of those frames by Wonder Stitch AU, I believe, that Erica got me. So, and these things are awesome. If you've never seen these before, they're a magnetic frame. You put your perforated paper in there, and it just clips together, and you go there. And the cool thing is, it actually will hold your needle too. Found that out. I was like, "Ooh, look at that built-in needle minder." Okay.
My next one is Spring Parade. I was doing this for Stitch to Summer Olympics, and what's funny is I was planning on doing one of my other ones, and I just started working on this, and they actually both worked for it. So, and I even put in the amount of stitches that I did, and I applied it to the other one, and then I was doing something, and I'm like, anyway, found it, figured it out.
Awesome.
And here's where it was before, if Kevin's already hasn't said that, shown that. And then here's where it is now. So you still can't really see the white, but I mean, they're there. And I did the brown and the green-ish.
Yeah, that white's kind of hard. You can see it, but...
You can see it, but it's not really...
I think once you get the other colors in, it'll look really good.
I thought it was going to be darker, but... lighter or something. I don't know.
Oh, I guess I should get my next project out. Okay, and some more retreat fun. Oh, yeah, I should have got this out earlier. Now it's all wadded up in a big ball. So 2 years ago at the Black Needle in-person retreat, that's when we started the Poltergeist Pirate Stitch-Along. And unfortunate, I think Lynn and I were the only two there that brought the pattern and is working on it. So we stitched on it for a couple hours one night while we were there just to keep everything going. I'll get into some other stories later, but if you're not familiar, that's what it looks like. Poltergeist Pirates by Glendon Place. And here's where it was before. And I have it off the Q-snap so you get the full view this time. And all the wrinklies because I just threw it in the bag. Here it is now. And I worked on the figurehead. Look at that. Got it memorized now. I can't tell if I got in screen or not, but the green dragon figurehead, that's what I worked on for a little bit. Got a couple hundred stitches in on that while I was there. And if I can find it, I'll put a picture up of the side-by-side between Lynn and I. She's doing hers on Aida. I'm doing mine on Evenweave, I believe, or linen. Well, it looks like linen. I don't have my note here. No, don't have my note.
It should have it on there. Anyway, it's down below.
It's down below. In the description box. All our stuff's in the description box. Anyway, sidetracked, disbarred here. The color difference between the Aida and whatever I'm doing mine on. And then the floss difference, because she's using DMC and I'm using the called for Sullivan's. It's pretty cool to see the two comparisons of the different fibers and stuff like that. But hopefully I had a picture so you can kind of see the differences in the picture. They're not super noticeable unless you're in person, but you can see some of the differences from the pictures. So that's that one. 2 years we've been working on that.
Was that from the first one?
That was from the first retreat. Yep.
Wow.
I know.
Here is one of my new starts. The copy is pretty bad, but for some reason my printer wanted to do lines. Anyway.
What?
I know. I don't know.
Do lines? You can't say that on YouTube.
Do lines. Anyway. It's another Mirabilia. Apparently, it's a Mirabilia week. So here's where I got to.
You're on the Mira train.
Yep. This is one of the fairies that I'm going to do. I think there's 6 actual, and then there's 2 extras. So there's 8.
Nice.
So there's where you go.
Cool. My turn? Last one?
Yes-ish.
Yeah, okay. All right, and then fresh off the couch in Olympics, I pulled out Moonlight Guardian by Dragon Dreams. And here's where it was before. I need to put something behind this one because it's a little see-through. And here's where it is now. And this is on 32 count linen, blue spruce by Zweigart.
I really like that.
And
I really like the veins and the in the wings. I
Yeah,
think that looks so cool.
it's a blast to stitch, but also a pain in the rear to stitch. So I don't know if you can see, this is all Krynic, all this dark veins, and then up through here, that's all DMC. I don't know if they call it satin or rayon. It's the very slippery floss that you can't keep tight. It just wants to slide and slip and go wherever it wants to go. So it's really hard to keep your tension good. And then it frays left and right. So it's a struggle bus dealing with the floss, but the stitch itself is really fun to do. So, but yeah, I did, I think about 500 stitches, just over 500 stitches again on this one too. So almost everything I touched, I got about 500 stitches in, which is, I think, pretty good. So, yep, that's it for me. That was final.
The next one I worked on is Welcome Campers by the Witchy Stitcher. And I worked on this at camp, and I seem to have got quite a lot. This was one of my Stitch the Summer Olympics. And here's where it was before. And here's where it is now. I did a bunch of the white. It's in.
I know, it was on the bottom though.
Yeah, well, I wanted to
Getting you center
show
screen.
all sorts of other things back there.
Oh, you want to show me? Boop, boop.
Yep, I want to show you. Anyway, there's where it is. I don't know if I said here's where it was before, but anyway, there's where it is. This one was Rory's, our daughter's, and I took over it because she's decided that she doesn't want to stitch. So it's fine.
Yep.
I wanted to do it anyway, and I kind of said, okay, I guess you could do it. And so anyway, I did look up while Kevin was showing the hoops. You can get all sorts of different sizes, and it's Wonder Stitch UA, not AU. I think AU is Australia, and this is UA, which I don't know where. Anyway,
oh, it's you, eh?
yeah, UA, and it goes dead. So anyway, so here's the website on Etsy. We'll still put it down below.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna get into a little bit of haul. So, oh man, I don't have everything. Dang it. Oh well. You'll get a taste of haul, let's put it that way. Color and cotton. So, we had a thing, even though you saw something from Color and Cotton, I started, I bought a little too much at Color and Cotton. We
Never
have
too much.
We had a thing saying, okay, if we visit a store, let's kit up a project. So
we got that from Shelia. Thank you very much.
Yep.
From Sunshine Stitchers.
Yep. So you saw Patriotic Quaker. That wasn't a kit up. That was me finding a floss pack, and it said, oh, it goes with this pattern. Oh, well, let me go find the pattern so I can buy this floss pack. But what I did kit up while I was there was by Quaint Nose Needlearts. It's called Gone Batty. And I did sub out, since we were at Color Cotton, I did sub out all the threads and went with Color and Cotton threads. So I pulled the DMC that was called for, and then I went to their big color wall of floss, and that's a massive wall of floss. all sorts of colors.
We should insert a picture for the.
If you have a picture, I took one picture the entire time we were gone.
Lynn did it.
Oh yeah, Lynn did it. Actually, 2 pictures. I took one of the arch and one of her up in the arch, and that was the only pictures I took. But regardless, I subbed out DMC for what I thought was the equivalent in color and cotton, and then I bought 2 fabrics from them. This is one of them, and this is caramel medium that I'll be doing it on. So I thought
it's 40 count.
I thought the floss would look good on this.
He's now decided that he's 40 count person.
No, I just wanted more 40 count.
I think the thing is that he thinks I'm not going to do 40 count, so
she can't steal my fabric if I do that. But
which I will try.
I thought that would look pretty good on the orange. It's not overpowering. It's still fairly a neutral color, so, and still kind of Halloweenish. So that's what I picked up at Color and Cotton. I did get another chart. I don't have it here. We're going to leave that as a surprise. Let's put it that way. And I decided to use my Vicky Stitch and Button Tulip Pink T-Rex bag. Because why not? Dragons or dinosaurs are cool. And then another trip we took was to the Quilter Station. And I picked up their Hungry Hare feed sack by Carriage House Samplings.
They have a lot of feed sacks.
Yeah, they got a lot of feed sacks.
Really enjoy them.
So I picked this up. I didn't buy the floss because it was DMC called for. But I did pick up some 32 count buckwheat by Forbidden Fiber. So I thought that kind of looks like a feed sack. So I think that would go good together. So that was my kit from there. And we did go by CC's. I don't have that pattern on with me. But it was a pirate ship, another pirate ship. Maybe. And I'll show that one soon because I will start stitching that one relatively soon. Did you have your patterns and stuff that you purchased?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I don't show my haul because it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, I just a little bit of it. Let's go retreat overview. Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, one of the things is that Katie does a snail, and I was able to finish it. I was able to finish the snail during the retreat, which means I got some beads, and Kevin didn't, so I won.
Yeah. Last year I got 3 sets, so.
Yeah, well. Anyway, I the only thing that I did was the eyes were kind of got lost, and so I switched to a different color that was in there. So other than that, it was all called for, and there you go.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't even have the bag for the retreat. It's upstairs.
Yeah, I don't have the bag for the retreat.
Yeah. Okay, this floss tube's going like my retreat trip. So we show up to the retreat, and I'm starting to unpack stuff. I forgot scissors. Let me say if you're gonna forget something, forget scissors when you go to a retreat, because I came home with 7 pairs of scissors, so it did not end up being too much of an issue. Luckily, Keisha from the Pattern Queens came over right off the bat, goes, hey, we have an extra set of scissors, here you go, and that held me over until people were giving stuff away and stuff, and I used those scissors for the entire retreat.
It's not like he wasn't sitting next to me and could use my scissors, which he did for the first
10 minutes,
5 minutes. Yeah.
But it was still kind of a pain. I forgot my lucky sponge. So you've heard me mention the sponge before, but I have a little disc with a sponge in it that I wet to run my floss through. That straightens it out, gets kind of fluff off. So instead of using the thread conditioner or anything like that, I just use a damp sponge. Forgot my sponge, so I was kind of complaining about that, because every time I pull a strand of floss off my floss drop, it was all curly, and I'm like, So I grabbed a paper towel and put some water on it, made it damp, and used that all weekend long.
It worked.
It worked. Wasn't optimal, but right. It worked. I forgot 2 things to stitch on. One of them was another cell I started there last year with Keisha, which was Medusa Dollmaker's Gamer Girl. Totally forgot that. And what was the other piece I forgot? There's another project I forgot. And then I forgot to bring anything for the brag table. I wanted to bring the Black Pearl, because that looks really good in person with that bright red, if you remember that. And then a couple other pieces for the brag table. I didn't even bring that. Luckily, I brought extra needles, so that was good. Didn't need them, of course, but I had them. But yeah, my packing was really bad. And apparently my preparation for this floss tube was really bad too. So, but yeah, overall, lots of fun. Every table was a holiday. Mm-hmm. So we sat at the Christmas table. So we had little Christmas trees.
I suggest not sitting at the Christmas table next time, because the Christmas trees had
glitter.
Glitter. I am not a glitter fan.
We had glitter in our bed.
Yeah, we woke up. I tried not to touch the Christmas trees, and we still had glitter in our bed, and I don't understand. But
yep.
Yeah, we had glitter everywhere.
Yeah, so we sat at the table. It was the 2 of us. It was Devi, Glitter Dove Fairy, and her mom. It was Connie from Count Twice Stitch Once, Lynn from Linux Creates, a lady Sean.
Yep.
And a lady, I always miss
Angela.
Angela. Always want to keep saying Amanda for some reason. Angela.
And Devi's mom, June.
Devi's mom, June. And speaking of Devi, oh my gosh. Do you have yours? Because I have mine.
I have mine.
So she handed out
for everybody
at the table.
She handed out a
junk journal,
and it's just amazing. Like, there's just so much work that she did in here. It's just amazing. I don't understand.
I mean, there's stuff, and then you pull this out, and there's more stuff. I mean, it's just... So it was kind of funny. She's like, do you want one of these? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I've never really... People talk about junk journals and stuff. I've never really seen one. I sat at the table after she handed it to me for like 45 minutes, just going through and pulling out like a little envelope here, and I'm like reading everything and looking at all the stuff. And I mean, so much work went into this.
So much work went into this.
It is amazing. And I mean, today I was going through it again. I was like 25 minutes just like thumbing through this thing. I'm like, so Erica was trying to figure out what she was going to put in hers. And I suggested doing the snails, putting like the snails inside the junk journal. So.
And I'm also thinking about maybe doing some of the. We didn't do many pictures, but I'm thinking about adding some of the pictures for this year. So put the snail in there, and then some of the pictures that we have from this year.
Yep.
Just so that way we could use it as a memento.
Yep.
For this weekend.
And then Connie made everybody this little bitty needle book with squirrel. Look at the squirrels with toasted marshmallows. And
it's just so cute.
So cute. And then you open it up. She put a couple needles in there. And then there's some more squirrels camping out. And then a little pocket. So it's really cool. I get a kick out of the squirrels. And I don't...
Lynn gave a little box, which I have wanted these boxes. I've seen them at Home Depot or Staples, and I've been wanting them. I just didn't know what to put in them. And so she gave scissors, floss wand, some Tic Tacs, Tylenol, Advil, and it's just and lens cleaner. It's a really good little stitch and retreat box.
Yep. And then our new friend Becky.
Yep.
She was sitting behind us. Gave us little bags. I don't have mine here. The cat got into mine.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that story.
She gave us all a bag with a bunch of stuff in it. Some floss, some floss jewelry, and some. What are those?
Floss cards.
Floss cards. And then some tea and
well, these wipes, I don't know, because I think Lynn did the same thing. Maybe they just are that and I never noticed it, but they're hand wipes and they're oil free.
Yes.
Which means I can use them because my hands are very sensitive to oil, unfortunately.
And she's from Kentucky, so she gave us some a 4-pack of chocolate, which I'm surprised I did not eat mine yet.
Mine are in my belly.
And she put some candies in here.
Yep.
So some blow pops and not Laffy Taffy, but
taffy.
Saltwater taffy.
Yep.
And that was really cool.
So the funny thing, I said the cat.
Yes.
So the cat was investigating my bag. Well, we know the cat was investigating my bag because we woke up the night that we got back and there was some commotion going on with the cats and some weird howls. I thought it was the coyotes outside, but it ended up not being the coyotes. Our old lady cat got her head stuck in the thing and had the bag behind her. So I had to wake up in the middle of the night. I couldn't figure out what it was. And I'm like, oh, it's the bag. So I got it off her head. But I found out, yeah. And this was on the counter. So she knew better than to get up on the counter. But she wanted to see what was in the bag. So What else? Oh, our takeaway from the retreat was
Or make and take.
our make and take was a little suitcase, and they had little washi tape that you can. I didn't take mine in yet. Make a little theme. I made mine space, so there's solar system there, and then the space buggy. And
Mine is right here.
we got a little magnet in there with a little threading tool, little measuring tape, and some foldable scissors. And look at that. There's
More scissors.
3 scissors there. So, and then everybody that was there, a lot of awesome giving.
Yeah, we're not going to go through it
Not
all.
going to go through it all, but lots of needle minders, thread drops,
But this is
trinkets.
This is full of everybody giving stuff,
Yep.
which I really appreciate and will go through and use. And
Yep.
but it's just
Yeah, I've already
a lot.
put all the needle minders that people gave, or things I can convert to needle minders on my magnet board or next to the magnet board. All the thread drops went into my container of thread drops because I do use those for certain projects. Oh my gosh, there was, like I said, some scissors.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was-
somebody was doing, and I've been wearing this since the retreat. Somebody gave little friendship bracelets, and mine says X Stitcher. So I've been wearing this actually almost every day since the retreat.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised that you
I
actually
know.
have it still on.
But yeah, lots of fun. A lot of good people.
The other thing I want to show, which I'm not going to show each and every one, but this is my haul from the, not the bag. The bag I actually bought from Lynn X Stitches. But this is all the haul that either people from our table were getting rid of, and or I got it from the freebie table. So.
Huh. Yeah. And then fabric. Oh my gosh. So I got some more fabric from Color and Cotton. We were there that I don't have down here. Mystic Fabrics, like I said, was a vendor there. She had what they call grab bags. And it was 4 1/8 yards.
1/8 yards, I think.
Yeah, I think they're 1/8 yards. So 4 color, it's like a 4-pack of 8 yards, different colors. So we got some in 18 count, some 32 count. I bought some 46 count in a gray to try 46 count. And then the next day I won another pack. So I ended up getting a 40 count pack. So there was 4 colors of 40 count. So we came home with a bunch of fabric. So in all different counts. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I lean toward the higher count this trip because I don't have any. So, and the Namare tapestry by Modern Folk that I'm doing, the 1/2 on 40. I've been having a blast with it, so I wanted to try to do a few more projects on 40 count. So I figured let's get some fabric. So when the urge hits, let's do it. Which you already saw when it already came up, the Quaker.
I have a feeling that I'm going to steal one of the 40 counts that he thinks I won't use and
That's fine.
just try it. And we'll see.
Go for it.
We'll see how far I get, let alone if I actually brave myself to do it.
She's got to find it first.
If it's hiding, I can find it. I got a good sniffer.
Yeah, I know. My hiding spots aren't very hidden, are they?
It's in a drawer.
Yep. So I think that wraps it up. I have no idea how long this has been, but it's going to probably a little longer than normal.
Yes, we try to keep it short and sweet, and there was a lot for us to show. Kevin actually did a lot of stitching, and
got quite a bit in.
We wanted to show
some of the highlights from the retreat. Yeah.
Some of the highlights from the retreat, and the things that people made us for us. Yes. There was a lot that people gave to everybody, and we really appreciate those too. But the ones that people gave specifically to us were really
special. Yep. So okay, I think we're gonna give that a wrap. I got work tomorrow.
Me too.
But yeah, I guess we'll call it the ends for now. So until next time, everybody, happy stitching.
Bye.